back to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
The 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Colbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So first and 10 now from the 30. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Off the play fake. Colbert. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Colbert. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down. Colbert got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A first down carry by Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Toss left to Elliott. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Off play action. Colbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Maher is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple of shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking to his offense court.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
the gun on third down. Colbert into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one. It may be setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Colbert. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd and 2. Colbert, throw left side, complete. That's Elliott. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Maher able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's going to have a first down and then get into field goal range here at the 29.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The 20. And he It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Tried to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Rams take over first down at their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 22. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now a give. Akers running left. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off the play fake. Colbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw on 2nd down. Colbert finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Colbert. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Nickell Robey-Coleman. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're...
Well, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Colbert. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Off play action. Colbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Cowboy 1st down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Colbert. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this one they've been in control. They've earned this victory, punching to the better team